Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for tuning in. Hey, it's been a while. So you may or may not know I've entered the e-bike world. Specialized Levo, sorry my camera skills are terrible. Specialized Levo, full fat. I'm about 3 rides in, really, well 4 rides in maybe. I'm really enjoying it, fantastic. And Lindsey's now curious, obviously. So I'll go into the reasons, or my, sort of reasons why I've got on board. Lindsey's obviously wanting to try some. We've come to Bike Treks at Grizedale. They've got a massive demo fleet here of e-bikes that you can rent out. Demo, should I say. It's 100 quid. Within that you can rent 2 or 3 bikes in the day. You've got a full day to try a few different bikes out, set them up before you head out. Really good service, really nice guys in that shop there. So Lindsey's trying out a couple of bikes. So this is the first one. She's on a Specialized Levo SL. Lindsey really wanted to try, I think really an SL is the right bike for her. She shouldn't be as power hungry because she's only light, and she wants the handling characteristics to be as close as her existing bike as possible. So look, Lindsey's not definitely sold on the idea of getting one yet. Today is about her trying a couple of different bikes and seeing if she thinks she can live with one and she'll enjoy riding one. So yeah, we're here to test them out. Let's give them a try. So yeah, this is the Mush's first experience on an e-bike. I've owned this bike for about 2 weeks. Did a lakes ride last weekend. It was fantastic, though unfortunately all my data was corrupt, so we didn't capture that ride. So we came here a few weeks ago. That was my first ride experience on it. Lindsey was on the normal bike, so taking it very easy, understanding the different modes. Yeah, Lindsey's first time. She's obviously there's a lot to kind of take in. It's still riding a bike, but you've got all the motor, cadence, power settings to take into consideration. So for me, the rationale behind the e-bike is that obviously we've sort of vandal, so we're not getting to do as many weekends away. We're riding more locally now. We've got a smaller van, and I think we're just generally a bit more time strapped. And I think really there's no argument with the amount of descending that you can get done in the same amount of time riding. Your distances increase. The exercise is still there, so that's reason number 1. 2 is Lindsey's the same, we're doing a lot of running and weightlifting during the week, so we're kind of getting to the weekends. It's nice not to go out for a ride and be absolutely shattered by it, or do a 2-day riding weekend, come into Monday with a scheduled lifting. Oh, come on, Lindsey. That's a gear problem. Scheduled lift session and potentially run and feeling absolutely shattered. So that's kind of reason number 2. Reason number 3 are just people that I talk to all the time or have spoken to have just said how much fun they have, and just that, the descending's improved. I'm trying to really concentrate on my riding this year, become a better rider. So, I want more descending time. So here we are, Grandad Dad Dentist. One of my favourite pieces of trail in the forest, bridleway, very rocky, can be a bit slippy in times. A few puddles to contend with normally, quite loose in sections. Starts off a little bit meandering and climby, and then it gets more descending. But always leaves me with a big smile on the face. So Lindsey's obviously, this bike's nowhere near set up properly for her. We've done a basic check, let a bit of air out the tyres, but yeah, it's definitely not optimal. So and there's a lot going on. It's the size up from the 5010 that she rides. So there's that going on as well, slightly bigger bike. Obviously about 4 to 5 kilos heavier, if not a little bit more. She's got a super light trail mullet. So the SL that she's riding there is Specialized SL size S2. Lindsey's about 5 foot with the shoes on. 5'1" with the shoes on. It's a 320 watt-hour battery. Range extender available, 160 watts to take it closer to 400. And it's a 50 Newton meter motor. One thing I really like about the Specialized is the Mastermind TCU, which is very, very programmable. You can change the screens, loads of data, and as well as your fairly typical trail, turbo and eco modes, you can also change the power delivery in 10% increments, depending on whether the intention is to increase your range or increase your power, make it easier for you to get around. She seems to be descending it very well. So Lindsey was considering a Bronson, just as I was considering an e-bike. So we kind of thought, well look, you want a slightly more capable bike, why don't we kill two birds with one stone? So that's what we're trying to plan to see if this works. How was that initially?
I like that.
Yeah?
Yeah, so far so good.
So I know it's not set up perfect for you, but did you feel the weight gave you a little bit more confidence when you were descending?
I feel like I was going quicker down there.
Right, cool.
And what I think as well is there's more fluidity when there's
Little cranky bit.
meandering bits in the middle of a fun descent. Obviously you end up slowing down on your bike, but obviously that just helps you keep the momentum.
I think the weight carries momentum, doesn't it? Yeah. Even on a slight downhill, it's rolling faster.
Well, you put a couple of cranks in as well and it shoots you off, so
Yeah.
you're like...
So I think it's fair to say, we've just had a chat there, I think it's fair to say that Lindsey's descending that better than her other bike. Her other bike, we did kind of start to feel that she was out riding it a little bit, or it certainly wasn't giving her the comfort level that you need for riding rough trails. She's definitely feeling that on this bike. I mean, she's just rocketing it really already, and it's nowhere near set up for her, nowhere near. She's only using about half the travel on the fork. I've had to let a lot of air out the tyres, and there's definitely stuff we can do. Shorten the stem, trim the bars down, it's like, and she's still riding it like a beast, and it's her first time, so yeah, so far the experiment is going very positively. So we've hit a snag. Lindsey's too sendy. We've actually got a double puncher. We've fixed the front puncher, but we can't fix the rear puncher because it's tube. The front's tubeless, the back's tubed. So demoing bikes, be prepared. The guys are coming out from the shop. They're going to come and fix it roadside, so it's all cool. Fortunately, we're in the right place to get that done. So, but yeah, so far
I'm sold.
Yeah,
if that hadn't happened, I was pretty much ready to go down and buy it. I think that'll cure my speed issues.
You heard it here first, and it's recorded, so she's got no excuses if we go down this road. She's just going to be faster forever. So yeah, but
it just makes you feel a bit more I don't know. It's just I didn't expect to feel. I actually expected not to like it because of my past experience, but I actually found it really fun, really confidence inspiring, and I felt like I was going faster, and I wasn't really bothered. I wasn't really wary of stuff. I didn't feel like I was getting skidded about or anything. I felt like I was in a lot more control than I thought I would.
I concur. She was going faster. So we have still got the other bike to try as well. So far she's liking the Specialized. But yeah.
It's better if I keep liking the Specialized
because it's cheaper.
So I'm hoping that I don't like the other one more, because then
it's going to cost a load more money.
Start some new money making schemes.
So he's going to have to start selling a body.
Shut up. OnlyFans page. For old people.
Turbo climbing challenge. She can't even get on the bike.
Catch me if you can. Ah!
That's it. Keep your cadence up, you'll get the power. keep it spinning. Woo! This is Breasty Haw, legendary descent in the Coniston area. Wah! Also legendary for its puddles. Not rode this for a while actually. It's well, we've not been here for a while. I think the bigger van was putting us off. Oh, got a bit of a climb. Ooh. Whoa! Ah man, I'm getting scratched to buggery. Bit of overgrowth there. Plenty going on in this trail. Very loose, pretty nadgery. Yeah! Monster trucking. So we've just coming up to the end of our first lap. We're going to follow now. We believe there's been some work done to the final descent of the North Face Trail. So yeah, the guys in the shop are saying it's had quite a bit of work done, so we're going to check that out. So far so good. Lindsay's really enjoying the e-bike experience. What percentage battery are you on?
I've got 45% left.
45% on Lindsay's. I'm on about just under 70. Woo. Plenty of overgrowth at the side of the trail. Nothing too bad so far. Oh, getting a bit of farm furniture. Flowing quite nicely actually. Just need a little bit more work done for the overgrowth at the side. Woo! Yeah, so this last section of red here is flowing really, really well. They've definitely done loads of work on it. Still a bit overgrown, but that could have happened since they'd done the work, so. But yeah, it's only the top bit where they've put the jumps in and stuff. Brilliant. Really, really good fun. Okay, how are we feeling, Lindsay? What battery are you on?
40%.
40%. I'm on 65. And what mileage have you done according to your watch?
13.
13 miles. How much climbing does it tell you on that or not?
Doesn't tell me.
Right, okay, so look, roughly probably 500 metres, 600 metres maybe. So lap number 2, yeah, that was a successful lap number 1. I think Lindsay really liked the Specialized, but she's on the Heckler SL now, which I have to say is winning the awards for potentially the prettiest bike I've ever seen.
I like this one. That is sweet, isn't it?
Sweet looking bike. So size wise, instantly looking comfortable on that size small. She's got a little bit more power, 10 more Newton meters of torque. It's got a 430 watt hour battery as standard. Fazua have apparently in the works a range extender that'll fit in the drinks holder. She's a bit of a Santa Cruz tart, as we both are, to be fair. They're just awesome looking bikes, and not quite as much information from the display.
No.
More basic, but she did comment that she likes the Christmas tree lights. Absolutely stunning day to be out on bikes. Summer's finally landed. Not sure how long it's going to stay for, so we're making the most of it. So, yeah, initial impressions on the Cruz Heckler SL.
It's my favourite prettiness-wise.
It's a very pretty bike, look at it.
And I've only climbed on it so far, so climb-wise I can tell the power on that's a bit better than the other one, and it feels more natural. It's really smooth, that one. That
right,
feels...
so less jerks from the power.
Yeah. And then it ramps up quite easily and it doesn't feel... Yeah, I prefer to climb that. However, and we've not done any proper descending yet, you need to check the setup for me because it feels a bit like I'm on a hardtail. You've killed it. It feels a little bit like it's maybe a bit stiff.
Okay.
So
it's a bit. She's riding it a bit stiff.
Wop wop.
Cool. Okay, let's get on. What a beautiful part of the world. This is the big one. Grandad, the dad, and the dentist. Cruz Heckler SL with Mush piloting. She's already feeling very good on this bike. She's saying it's got a really natural delivery of the power. There's a little bit more power as well. She's saying when she kind of stops, comes off the cranks, she can do quarter turn cranks, or bitch cranks as we like to know them as. And it's that is working better in that situation on the climbing front. Stuck a wide line. She's flying on it. Ah. So yeah, I probably mentioned before we were trying to get a little bit more capable bike under her that doesn't get jolted around as much by the types of trails that we're riding. I think the 5010 originally, we were trying to get a really light bike for lots of days in the saddle, long days in the saddle. Easy, efficient bike. You know, Lindsey's now fitter than she was when we bought that bike, so she's now feeling like descending wise she's needing a bit more. And yeah, it just seems pointless going to a Bronson when I've just bought an e-bike, which was the other choice. Way well done. Doing good, Dave, keep riding. We've had a little suspension tweak. As I said, it's not spent zero time setting it up, it's just guy said he's knocked as much pressure out of the fork as he can. So, which is probably not enough for Lindsey really. She runs these super low, obviously because of the weight. Yeah, dude. Yeah. Nice. Send it. Yeah. Woohoo! Nice, well done. This is the dentist section of Grandad Dad Dentist. I think it's also known as Three Witches. It's bloody marvellous. Oh, it's a bit tight going that side. Still got a bit of tuning to do on the suspension. It's fairly rudimentary, so there's not many dials to play with. Doesn't necessarily make it easier to tune. It should do. You just barrel through stuff, these things. It's like you've got more travel, really. Feels like an enduro bike, but it's 150, 160. Right, so first full descent to me looked like you were going really well. There might be some setup issues.
Yeah.
But other than that, what are we thinking?
This one definitely handles a bit more like I'm used to, and I can put in little half cranks and stuff when I need to, and it doesn't unbalance everything. It works nice.
Yeah.
This one so far is the smoother one in my opinion.
Smoother?
I'm leaning to favour this one.
Okay.
But then on that last descent we're going to do, I felt really planted and safe on that Specialized. On that big slabby section, so that bit will be in my mind as a good test.
All right, okay. Go on, Linz. Keep your weight down, get your seat down a bit. Yeah. How's it going?
So I'm getting used to.
Climbing's just, I crashed when I was out with Danny the other week. I crashed about 6 times climbing because of the power and the weight balance between the front and rear. It's just, it takes some getting used to. Because you know you want to tackle it because you know you've got power there, but then it's like trials riding, isn't it?
I think it's unlearning some of the ways I ride as well, because I run it in a harder gear and do less spinning normally.
Yeah.
And that works for me on my normal bike.
Yeah.
Where it's the opposite on this one.
Yeah.
But yes, I'll get used to it. Sweet.
Guys, I'm just going to tell you about these glasses. So, bought these glasses from a company called Gobi Cycle Network, I think it is, but they've got another brand which is S&M. But yeah, so I found these. I'm always kind of leaving glasses, expensive glasses, and I wanted some photochromic lenses so that they change, you know, they go dark and they go light depending on the riding conditions. Forever wearing, setting off with sunglasses on and then coming, you know, taking them off when you get into the woods. So I wanted some photochromic lenses. I did have some nice Melon Optics ones which I lost. I was going to replace them and get a photochromic lens, but the bundle together was like plus 150 quid plus. I found these and I thought they might be rubbish, they might not. They were 37 quid. You can get different colours. 37 quid delivered with a photochromic lens and a standard lens as well. They're genuinely an awesome piece of kit. I've been wearing them on every ride. They're really nicely adjustable there on the nose piece. Really good coverage, and the lens works exactly as you would expect it to. Really genuine mountain biking bargain. So I have got an affiliate link down in the description if you want these. 37 quid. Top tip for you: if you set up an email account with them and then you put these in, or put a pair of these glasses in your checkout bin and then walk away, they will actually then send you an email to give you a discount of either 15 or 20%. I think if you hang on a couple of days, they'll send you up to a 20% discount on them. So that's my top tip for you. Right, prepare to get scratched. plenty of trail bracken at the side of the trail, which is scraping your arms going through this. Yeah, well done. Yeah, nice, well done. Ow! Ow! Oh, she's getting giddy! Nice, well done! Yeah, well done, dude. It's really loose surface, you can probably hear. and see. It's alright, keep it together. Oh, that was a big lump. Well done. So loose down here. Well done, Linz. Yes. So Lindsay's just made a really good point. I'm going to ask her to make it to you.
I'm just saying, I think it's less fatiguing because it's progressive. So like, even if you get a bit tired, you're still making really good progress, so it doesn't feel defeating almost.
So there's like, it's less psychologically tiring.
So you just feel a bit like, you know, you can keep going.
Yeah. So yeah, it is still, there's still tiring element to it, but you're not like, oh my God, there's a climb coming up and I'm feeling battered, because you know you can just, you know, assuming you're all right with battery, you kind of just put it into a higher mode and let the bike do the work.
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh. So the moral of the story is, e-bikes are brilliant. Absolutely superb, just opens up a whole new level of riding. More descending bang for your climbing buck. Still getting plenty of exercise. Still, you know. And the other moral of the story is Grizedale is also very good. I wouldn't ride the full red loop, but this bit's all right. But the next bit they've done, ow, the next bit they've done quite a bit of work on, and it's riding really well. We've done a really nice loop. I will put the link up for the route actually. If you're thinking of doing a test bike loop, I would highly recommend it. Say it's intermediate level route. There's some fairly techie bits in it. So Lindsay was really concerned about descending. That was a main reason for not wanting to look at e-bike, or not considering e-bike. I think she'll probably confirm herself, but that's been firmly put to bed. They actually descend incredibly well. I can imagine the SL that she's on as well. Feels very natural, just like a slightly heavier bike, you know, which I think a lot of the downhill racers these days are actually ballasting the frames with additional weight to make them more sure-footed on the descents. Woo! So, you know, you've got an extra 4-ish, 5 kilos of weight in that bike compared to a 50-10. Yeah! This new section of trail is fantastic. Oh well, you know, repaired trail. Absolutely superb, doing a great job. So I'm now feeling the kind of same level of leg fatigue as I would be on my normal 3 hours. You know, normal 3 hour sort of 10 to 15 mile stint. Feeling that sort of level of fatigue now. But we've been out for a long time. Done 2 loops, 2 12-mile loops, 24 miles. But yeah, I mean, it's not, can't say that it's not exercise, because it just is. If anything, you're just in more manageable heart rate zones. Yeah, dude. Nice. Send it. Yay! Hats off to Lindsay for riding a bike with potentially the widest bars in the world. So that's us done. Cracking day, 2 very, very good loops, 24 miles ridden. Loads of fun, just, yeah, e-bikes are brilliant. So Linz, what do you think?
Unfortunately.
Unfortunately?
Unfortunately, I like the Heckler more. In fact, I love it. I absolutely love that. It felt super smooth when it's like backing off or putting full power on. It didn't jerk or feel like a significant surge or anything. It just felt smooth.
Okay.
And it descended really well, except I got out of shape a couple of times. More out of my mistakes or getting used
Well,
to
the bike's
bike.
not set up, is it?
Yeah, so I got out of shape a little bit, but I corrected without crashing. So I think I would have come off it a few times on my 5010 and some of that rougher stuff at the speed we were going at.
I think the additional weight is confidence inspiring.
Yeah, yeah.
I think
really
the
good,
SL bike is probably Goldilocks.
I was absolutely buzzing basically, I loved it. So,
Looks like we're looks like we might be shopping for another e-bike.
anyone want to try 5010?
So yeah, well, thanks for tuning in. I hope that's been kind of useful in some way. We just, obviously it's just us recording a ride really, but it's our experience of e-bikes and where they're at, and you know, we hope that, you know, people might be having the same sort of asking the same questions about, you know, weight and power and, you know, battery life and all these kind of things.
Specialized was still awesome, by the way. I don't want to make it sound like Specialized wasn't good. I think I've just bonded more with that second bike for whatever.
The guys at Grizedale Bike Treks were excellent, really very helpful, genuinely friendly and good service. So right guys, thanks for tuning in, we'll catch you next time.